Hi guys, so this is the Kilt Guide Takeover and this is our first series of many for our vacation planning to Walt Disney World. So if you've never seen any of our videos before, please take a look at our recent videos in the past and check them out. So the first segment we're going to do is our initial planning process. So for us, we've never been to Walt Disney World. Well, I've been once, and that was over 7 years ago, and a lot has changed in 7 years. So I have to refamiliarize myself with a lot of things. But Kilt Guy has never been to Walt Disney World. So we are planning on going to Walt Disney World for our honeymoon, which is going to be October 31st. It happens to fall on Halloween, and it'll be from the 31st to November 6th. We may be extending that date, but right now that's the date that we have booked. So there's a lot of information out there. There's lots of videos. Some of them were informative and some of them weren't. So I decided to do from a perspective of somebody who's never been or has only been once, and it's been a very, very long time. So this is the video for you if you've never been to Walt Disney World. Now, we are avid Disneyland annual pass holders. We have annual passes, premium annual passes, so we go often. So we know Disneyland like the back of our hand. We know about character experiences, fast passes, max pass, all that kind of stuff. So those things we don't have to familiarize ourselves with. However, there's one thing that Disneyland does not have that Walt Disney World does, and that's magic bands. This is something completely new to us. It's not something that we're familiar with at all, but apparently you get it free whenever you book your vacation package. Supposedly these magic bands are supposed to have your food, your if you have a dining plan, it has your dining plan on it, it has your fast passes on it. It's linked to your account. You can open your hotel room with your magic band. Okay. So anyways, apparently you can open up your hotel room with the key. So there's many other things that you can do with the magic band. Still not familiar with it because 7 years ago they didn't have the magic band. Period. So you had a room key, which I still have as a souvenir, but you had your room key to open your room just like at Disneyland. So this is something that's whole new territory to me, and apparently I don't get my magic band until about 3 weeks prior to our vacation. So it will be a while before we get my magic band. One thing that I got the last time that I went to Walt Disney World that I didn't, well, I can't say I didn't get it because I did get it, but one thing that I got last trip that I went 7 years ago was a book called The Walt Disney World Passporter. I bought one this time. However, Passporter no longer makes paperback books anymore. They now have everything digital. So we're in the digital age, everything's digital. However, I'm old school. I like books, I like planners, I'm a wedding planner, so I have to have things on paper. It makes it easier for me if I have something tangible in my hands instead of having something that's online. And I understand why they did it. They weren't selling as many books because people are doing everything digital, and that's great. But for the small few people that are paperback, it kind of, you know. Anyways, so what I did was I went online and I purchased the 2016 version of the Walt Disney Passporter. So they didn't have 2017 and they don't have 2018. So I made do with what I could. This Passporter is a really handy tool for people that have never been to Walt Disney World and just want to familiarize themselves with the parks, with the information. The pricing may be off because it's 2 years old, but the rest of the information is very informative. So I would definitely suggest getting something like this. It comes with this cute little handy strap that's attached so that you don't lose all your stuff if you put things inside of it. When you open it up, you get all kinds of cool things. So I added these little tabs on the top, if you can see. And so it makes it easier for me to kind of quickly go to like our room information. So what it has, hold on, let me adjust this. Okay, so what we have here is it actually lets you, gives you tips on booking your airfare, reservations, whether you're flying, and if you're driving, it has a calculator that you can use to let you know about how many days it's going to take you to drive if you decide to drive. It lets you know travel patterns, like when is the most busiest day to go to Walt Disney World, and what the heat is, and rain. So it gives you kind of an idea of, focus. It gives you kind of an idea of the travel patterns versus like when to go. So you don't want to go like during peak season, things like that. And then it goes to rooms, and it has like a little chart that breaks down the rooms for you. They talk about magic mornings. So I don't know, this is a sample of extra magic hours. I don't know if this is something that's permanent, because like I said, it's been so long since I went, and yet we're too far out of the date to actually look up what the magic hours are going to be for the dates that we're going. So we still have to wait on that. So it lets you know packing, like essentials, like where spas are located, everything else. And then you can go to each individual room or resort, sorry, and you can pull up information on that particular resort. So like, say for example, there's the 2 maps of the Port Orleans resort. So there's one, there's this other, it won't focus. So it lets you know about the carriage rides that they have there at Port Orleans. I just got a cloud. It lets you know about the bedding. It also gives you tips on when you're staying there, what activities you can do. So they have fishing, they have an arcade, they have pools, they have all kinds of different things. And then it tells you about the restaurants that are at the resorts as well. So it's very informative. Aside from your rooms, it also gives you maps of the parks. So it actually is like a little fold out map. And like I said, it's 2016, so obviously Pandora is not on here, and neither is Toy Story Land. So those are things that, you know, you can kind of chuck in there if you want to. It gives you a list of all the attractions and whether or not they accept FastPass for that attraction or not. And that was helpful for me because when you're planning for your vacation, you do need to book your FastPasses and reservations in advance. So just to let you know that the reservations, you're allowed to book 180 days prior to your visit. So just take your date, count 180 days prior. For FastPasses, they start 60 days prior to your vacation. So keep that in mind whenever you're planning. For us, we are getting 1 day, 1 park tickets because we just feel it will be too overwhelming to park hop. So we're booking 1 day tickets, and that way we can spend 1 whole day at each park. And then we have a couple more days tacked on top of that we can go back to a certain park if we like it. We are planning accordingly for our dining, so that way the day that we're at a certain park, we can get the dining reservation for that particular park at the restaurant that we want to be dining at, and it makes it easy for us to kind of have a game plan and We want to make sure that the reservation coincides with our fast passes because, say for example, we're going to Magic Kingdom on the very first day. We want to make sure that our reservation for dining is there at that park, and we also want to make sure that our fast passes are on that day for that park. Now, what I'm trying to do is adjust it so that we have the extra magic hours, because they designate a different park each day for extra magic hours, either before the park opens or when the park closes. So we're trying to get the list of the extra magic hours, and as soon as we get that, then we will know which park we want to do first based on the magic hours, and then that way we can go and book our reservations and fast passes accordingly. So that's a good tip, because that way you can get the most out of your stay while you're there. I think that going as a first timer, I think it would be too overwhelming to park hop between parks and be all over the place. So I just think that going it at a slow pace and just being able to have those extra hours are going to definitely help us. We are going on our honeymoon, so we definitely want to take it easy. We don't want to be running all around doing different things. So one other thing that I purchased in preparation for our trip is we want to be able to pack lightly. We do not want to have backpacks with tons of stuff in the backpacks that we have to lug around while we're doing all this walking. So we wanted to try and pack as light as possible. So one of the things that I purchased is this really, really cute, like, I guess you could call it like a necklace wallet. So it's a really cute wallet, and I'll show you guys. So it's by Happy Dream brand. I think it's like a place in China, but it has a cute little Mickey there, and it has the Mickey ears, which are so cute, and it has a place to put your ID and your card. Also on the front here, it has a place that you can put, I have my annual pass, so whenever we go to the park, I can just have them scan the barcode, and they're able to get me in without me having to pull out my pass. And then here, if you open, there's another little pocket there. So you have this pocket here, and then you have this pocket here. And another tip too for people that are going on a budget, can't really afford it, that kind of thing, they do allow you to make payments on the reservation. So you can book a year in advance, and you can put $200 down on your reservation, and you can pay payments all the way up to your vacation. Now, if I remember right, I think it's 60 or 90 days. I'll double check on that and post it. You can cancel your reservation, and you won't be charged any penalty fee. So it'll be fully refunded back to you if you decide that you can't go or something comes up. So I thought that this was a really cool thing to have. It's, you know, Disney. It's so cute, and you can just put it over your head. Like that. So you can take it with you into the park, and you're packing light. And if you want cash, there's a little coin portion for dollar bills that I put in there. Can't really put like dollar bills and coins because it's a little tight, and I think maybe it's just because it's brand new that it's not like, you know, like used, I guess. But maybe it'll loosen itself up. Leather usually does that as, you know, you keep using it. So I would definitely suggest doing something like this. I got this for, I want to say $8. I'll post the price here. But I got it on Amazon Prime. So it was a really cute wallet, and I've seen some that were like $17, $18, and I got one for a really good deal. So I'll post the price above, and then that way if you are interested, I'll post the link to the wallet as well so that you can get one of your own. Because we are going for our honeymoon, we wanted to go to some romantic places while we were there, and so we were looking around for different places that we could do. one of the things I found that's really cool, and it's brand new, it's called the Edison, and it's in Disney Springs. It's actually kind of like a speakeasy restaurant and bar. Once it hits like 10:30 or 11, it becomes a full-size bar, and it's 21 and over only for those times. So that's something really nice that you could go and do. They have different shows and bands that play, so that's a really cool thing. Also, we were looking at a resort, and I seen a video where they were walking around showing the resort, and I noticed that there was a lot of children in the jacuzzi area. And while we are kid friendly because we have children of our own, for our honeymoon we kind of wanted to relax. We wanted this to be a nice relaxing time. So we did want to have some kind of relaxation time, and I don't think that that's going to happen at the resort because of the children, which I'm not upset about. I mean, it's a kids resort, and I mean, there's bound to be kids there. I really do wish that Disney would have like a certain after hours time for adults only, for the jacuzzi and pool, but who knows if they'll do something like that. But they do have strict hours for the pool, and I think it's at 10 p.m. is when they stop the pool, or they close down the pool. And it would be nice to have like an hour, like 10 to 11, for adults to kind of relax and hang out in the jacuzzi and pool. But who knows? So because we can't do that, or we may not be able to do that, we can also opt to do a spa day if we wanted to, but that's a little pricey, and I think it's kind of asking a lot for us to kind of make adjustments because there's like kids in the jacuzzi area. So we're gonna try and see if there's a way that we can have a little bit of time to just kind of relax and de-stress with the jacuzzi. But who knows? Just be prepared for things like that. One thing that we did was we upgraded our room, which I'm kind of confused about now, but we booked a room for the Port Orleans, and we got a garden view room. It was a really good deal. However, it came with 2 queen beds, and the person at the Disney travel company said that if we wanted to, we could upgrade to a 1 king bed, and it was like $50 more, which I really don't think that they should charge us more to get 1 less bed. I would think that they would give us the same price for a king or 2 queens, and I think it would be a little bit more accommodating on their part because it is a family-owned resort and parks. So I would think that they would want to put people that are only couples in the king bedrooms and keep the people that have families that need 2 queen beds in those rooms. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't make any sense for them to charge me $55 more to stay in 1 king bed. So I'm probably going to change that. I still have time to do that, and I think I'm going to go ahead and change that back to a queen to get that lower price and not have to pay more to stay in a 1 king bed. And if they would like to move me to a king bed and not charge me extra so that they can use that room for a family, by all means do it. So just a tip. They did say that they were going to create magic or let Mickey know that we're coming for our honeymoon, which was really awesome. It added to the whole magic of Disney, so I'm really excited about that. I don't know what that entails. I'm assuming that they're just gonna say happy honeymoon whenever we go. I don't know. So if you guys know anything about honeymooning in Walt Disney World, please let us know. Like I said, this is our first time. We've never been, so we're learning as we go. So if you know any information or tips that we could use while we're on our trip, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. because any help would be much appreciated. We'll leave all the information for how to get the passport or how to get the little Mickey purse in the links below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, and hit that little bell so that you get notifications every time we come out with a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and it's a nice day outside. Go out and enjoy it.